Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to say thank you for the opportunity to present today. My name is Jamie, and I work at a coding and robotics company in Seoul, South Korea called LuxRobo. Most people think coding is very hard. They used to be right. Back in the day, getting started with coding was difficult and took a long time. You had to learn syntax, data types, punctuation, or special commands. It was easy to make mistakes and very hard to troubleshoot. It really wasn't very fun. Some people have a lifelong fear of coding. They think coding is too hard for them, or you need to be a genius to do it. You still have to learn syntax, data types, punctuation, or special commands. But with Modi, you can start learning the basics of coding concepts right out of the box. Let's start. You don't even need to connect the modules to another device, so we call this mode unplugged. The modules are smart and know how to work together. You don't need to know syntax, data types, punctuation, or commands. Through discovery learning, students can intuitively learn key coding and robotics concepts. Unplugged coding can only get you so far. It's intuitive, but it has its limitations. The modules are relying on their default programming and can only perform their default behavior. Sometimes that's what you want, but if you want to make them do something else, you have to give them new instructions to follow. The easiest way to do this is with block coding. It's more fun and intuitive than writing all the code yourself. It also saves you the trouble of learning syntax, data types, punctuation, or commands. Everything is straightforward. We can use Modi Studio to drag and drop coding blocks and reprogram our modules. Did you know that all your block coding in Modi Studio is converted to actual C++ code? It happens all the time in the background without you even realizing it. Every time you make a change to your block code, the C++ code automatically updates. You can see it by clicking the GUI CUI button. That stands for Graphical User Interface and Code User Interface. C++ is a mainstream programming language that real programmers use. So Modi Studio gives you a peek into the real world of real code. Modi Studio needs to convert block coding into C++ because electronics and processors don't understand block coding. They don't speak the same language of block coding, but we can easily translate into their language. Modi Studio tries to simplify block coding as much as possible, so it's easy to learn, but still powerful enough to make cool projects. There are other block coding options too. Scratch and Entry are open-source block coding languages popular in coding education. The best part is Modi understands these too. Modi Studio tried to simplify block coding as much as possible, so it's easy to learn, but still powerful enough to make cool projects. There are other block coding options too. Scratch and Entry are open-source block coding languages popular in coding education. The best part is Modi understands these too. Let's take a look at an example of some easy block coding using our Modi Code Sketch program. Another great coding tool for beginners and professionals is Python. It's not block coding, it's real code, but it's very popular because it's powerful and easy to understand. When you read Python code out loud, it almost sounds like a sentence describing the instructions in the code. Modi also understands Python, so you can still use Modi to learn and practice more technical coding. Modi can even communicate with Arduino boards. This unlocks even more possibilities. You can connect Modi modules to an Arduino with a Modi Arduino Shield and code using C++ in the Arduino code editor. Did you know Modi can speak so many languages? Let's count them. Unplugged, Modi Studio block coding, C++ in Modi Studio, Scratch, Entry, Python, and Arduino. Wow, that's 7 languages. Is there a word for someone who speaks so many languages? Yes, it's polyglot. It has a Greek origin and is made of two parts. Poly means many and glot means language. You can make so much stuff with Modi in so many ways.